that, yes. But even the spam is now like $4. What
Spam?
used to be $1.12. The little can of spam, it's like three something.
It's crazy.
Oh, for close to five. My sister says it's close to five.
3 salmon, the big one.
Yeah, the big one is almost five, but the little one, the half of the big one, that's like $3.98, $4.
That's crazy.
Yes, when it
I
used to
grew
be
up on
9 cents, $1.12. No, hombre, forget that.
Forget that. I grew up on spam.
Puro spam.
Pero ahora I can only afford corn dogs.
Oh yes. No, hombre, yo los hot dogs con la tortilla de corn from yeah, we're gonna go back to the old days.
Well, there's no other choice. And unfortunately, these politicos, they want us to pay more taxes. And they don't only want us to pay more taxes, they want us to vote
To vote for
screw
to screw
ourselves with more
ourselves
taxes.
over.
I don't get it.
That's what they want. Oh, vote so you can screw yourself over. You decided to vote for it. That's how they're gonna get away with it.
Everyone is sending me messages going like, Erasmo, what do we do with this? I said, vote no.
Just vote no.
To increase in taxes. I mean, what part of that is hard?
Do you want to pay more taxes? As it is the district. I was looking at what the district is charging one of my clients that bought a house. BISD taxes, just BISD taxes, $3,892.
¿Cuánto?
Just 3,800.
No,
it's a big home, pero 3,800 puras BISD taxes. Oye, sácale cuenta, if they were to have 100 of $3,000 each property, 100 properties at 3,000 BISD taxes, what are they doing to the money?
I mean,
I think there's a lot of.
I mean, corn dogs. That's the only thing I can afford.
I don't know. I'm voting no. And people texted me today, Kathy, vote no. You know what? Because they're not. You give them more money, and they're gonna spend it inappropriately, and they're not gonna care.
You know más eso, Kathy. What these guys, they have a proven record. They're not only going to spend the money that you give them, they're going to overspend, and then ask you to vote to give them more money and more Vaseline coming your way.
Correct. I think we need to have that in our show. You know, we need to put a little Vaseline.
A jar.
A jar.
As a logo?
As our logo, right? Brownsville logo, Vaseline. Welcome. Hey, I have a client from Boston. He came to invest here. He said, Catalina, and he's Italian, right? Catalina. Is this city crazy on the taxes? What the hell is going on? I don't know, Mr. Lino. I don't know. Don't tell me because I'm not an elected official. I'm sorry. I understand how you feel, and a lot of citizens feel just like you. Oh, no, I'm going to get the hell out of Brownsville. It's like, okay.
It's crazy.
You guys are crazy. People here are crazy. It's theft. A guy from Boston.
The early voting. The early voting came in.
How many people have gone out to vote?
As of right now, here in Brownsville, for BISD, 344, 675.
675 people went to go vote. I know that I'm pushing for bless you. I know that I'm pushing and emphasizing to realtors to call their buyers, to call their family members, start with their family. I mean, I am emphasizing to them, please get your buyers, your investors to go out and vote or connect with other people. You know, it's just ridiculous.
Well, I'm hoping that enough people decide to go out there and vote again. It's the only way that
they're gonna get the message.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. We can't. You know, they've already look at the way they spent the money with all those extra positions that they shouldn't have had. That's number one. They shouldn't have hired those extra assistant superintendents. Plus the salary that they were paying this guy, not even McAllen is hiring him at a higher salary than we have him. You know,
Nope.
they're not. They know they're not gonna, they're not. ¿Y
They're
tú
not.
crees que you think he's gonna be, give in and take a lower salary? No,
Hell
hombre.
no.
And that's what, and that's why we need to send a message to, the BISD and its administration, because it's administration and the board, they work hand in hand. And if they don't know, if one doesn't know what the other one is doing, or they don't understand what they're really doing, we're going to have a damn mess in the finances for the district. And to bring up the district to the financial stability that we're going to need to have it, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take people that understand. I know,
Well,
but they want to go to taxpayers. They want to drain the taxpayers' pockets, because it's okay. Taxpayers will pay for it. Okay, guys, you want to pay for it, then you decide your fate, because I'm going to vote no. I encourage people to vote no.
no.
My sister's here driving with me. What are you going to vote? No?
I already voted. I was the first one
Say
in
no.
Herrick Park, and I voted no.
Not only no. Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no. No to higher taxes.
No is a complete
Katy,
sentence.
and el problema es, and we were trying to say this, el problema es de que what happens, Katy, is that once they go high, they're never going to come down. You're screwed for life. And the biggest concern for me, Katy, is look, I'm 56 years old. I'm dating a 20-year-old, but I'm 56-year-old. Yeah, I know. But actually, they're 18. But anyway, but what I'm trying to say is, Katy, aside from my horrible love life and my horrible relationship decisions, is that we're going to be out. I'm going to be out in the next 20 years. I'm gone. What am I going to leave to my future, generation? I'm going to leave them a high tax base and nothing to show for it, Katy, because we're really getting nothing to show for it. Nothing.
No. And that's what I tell people. Unfortunately, we get, that's why I say, here we go back with the Vaseline. Just tell me, guys. Tell me when I got, because it's coming. I mean, and they keep doing it like if nothing. They have no shame. They don't care about how we are living financially.
No.
I've come to a conclusion that they don't care what our finances are. Like, let them have two jobs. Let them not raise their kids and have two jobs in order for them to make ends meet. You know that rents are high because property owners have to pay, higher property tax. So where do they take that money from? From the tenants. The landlords can't afford to pay all that high tax rate. I mean, guys, it affects property owners and it affects tenants that are having to lease.
Well, and something that you're well aware with, and you mentioned this in regards to this guy, is that then individuals, Katy, don't want to come and invest in Brownsville. And that's what sucks.
Yep. And you know what? It's just so sad. And then if anything, then like PUB has its rates. I mean, what have we seen? Have we seen much of a change? My son lives in San Antonio. Santiago, the golfer, right? Well, he lives in San Antonio. He pays only like about $70 for his electricity. He's like, Mom, you guys are bad. And he's got a 3.2 comfortably. I don't know. It's just us here, Suck it to us.
Yeah. But we do it to ourselves, Katy. We screw ourselves over.
Yeah, por eso, that's why I'm going to continue to open my mouth and say what I got to say and speak my mind. And and let them know, hey, I can be very diplomatic with people. I can be professional. I can be nice, very sweet, but I can go to the extent where, yeah, enough. I'm so sick of it. In Spanish, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how I feel. Me tienen hasta la madre. You know, it's just, and if you guys don't feel that way, then you might have a lot of money. Then you must have enough money to splurge and let them come and take away from you. I'm tired that they take away from all of us, not just me. But I think they take away more than they should from us taxpayers' dollars. I think that a lot of these people have all these backdoor deals, right?
Uh-huh.
They're
Yes.
trying to find they're trying to find a way how to make a buck here or there because they have the power, right? And guys, corruption at its finest. They figure it out, and who pays? Taxpayers.
I got Botox today.
Oh wow, where?
Well,
Brownsville?
well, I went to my
Brownsville?
doctor's. I went to my doctor's office today because again, I'm not feeling great. I think I have an infection. Either I have an infection coming on, or a UTI, or an STD. I'm not sure which one. And so, right, you gotta be, you know, gotta be prepared for everything. So I went, and the doctor put me on Cipro, on that for the UTI infection, possible UTI infection, and I did some lab works just to make sure that there aren't any STDs in my system. And but
Got to take
it's
care of it.
not take care of it. Whatever it is, it's curable. But what is not curable is how we're getting screwed.
Because once
And
the money's gone, it's
Kathy,
gone.
there's no cure for that STD. There's absolutely no cure for the STD of the tax increase. It's probably going to happen to us if individuals don't come out and vote. Because if the numbers are telling me anything, it's this small little group of teachers and other folks out there that have gone out there and have believed the lies. They're saying, no, you're going to get a 2% increase. Sí, pero ¿qué te sirve, Katy, un 2% increase if you're getting screwed?
You're
If
going to
you're
have to
getting
pay it back in your property taxes or in your rent.
a rent, property tax, if you're getting gonorrhea in the ear, like I might have.
It's so funny because, well, not funny. It's sad. Let me say I don't want to laugh about it, but it upsets me so much because the legislative sessions were going back and forth, and saying, okay, if the people are over the age of 65, this is where they're going to fall, and they're going to get $1,200 tax break, right? But then you get BISD over here and saying, oh, vote for a tax increase, tax rate increase. So whatever the state tried to do locally, they're screwing us over. Like, what the hell? I would think that they would say, okay, the state is going to have it. The state has enough surplus money. The state has a lot of money. Let me tell you, I
Boo-hoos.
want you guys to know, Texas, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. I feel very proud of my state because we're a very wealthy state. Financially, we're good.
We're
If
set.
we continue to have the right people to run our state, we're going to be a good state all the time. We're not like California. We're not like California out
Thank
there
God.
falling apart. And thank God. Thank God. And let me tell you, a lot of you complain about our our governor and so forth. But we've had some great leaders in the state of Texas that we are financially strong. I'm going to say that to you. And I know that because in the real estate business, they tell us exactly what's going on with the finances of the state of Texas.
Can you see
And
how
let me
my
tell you, uh-huh,
forehead looks a lot better now?
yeah,
I got some Botox on my
yep,
forehead. Aquí,
mm-hmm.
y aquí. And look right there. You see that thing right there? That one? That's one of the piquetes. Let me tell you guys, I don't care. I'm going to look as great as I can, and I sure as hell got Botox today. The doctor somehow said that it's going to take like a week or two for it to really like show that it pulled my skin back. But You got to take care of yourself. I got to look as handsome as I can. This is the money maker right here. And yeah,
We got to look young.
hell yeah. And aparte, you know, guys, still the most known individual in the city of Brownsville. And, you don't want the most known individual in Brownsville looking crappy. So I'm sure it's hell investing in you by putting Botox in me. There's a lot of stuff that I put in me that I do for you. And, that's what probably got me an STD.
Best, doing the wrong things. You see, if taxpayers go and vote wrong, that's what's going to happen. You're going to end up like Erasmo.
With an STD, probably. Or a UTI.
Financial.
Or a UTI. But, guys, please go out and vote and avoid UTIs and STDs. Please go out and vote. Because these guys are like herpes. They never go away.
Because they're going to want to come back and get more money from you.
Of course.
That's the bottom line. But
they're going to need more money.
Yeah. Because remember, they're trying to build that theater arts that we need. That
Performing Arts Center.
Performing arts, right?
Let me tell you, this is what bothers me, Kathy. You weren't on the board then, Beto. I think you were already off the board. But I was there when they asked for those $53 million that they put aside for the Performing Arts Center. $53 million.
Money now. Where is it?
Where are they?
Because you always have a function, a budget account, and that money's supposed to remain there. People, the district and the entities run with functions of financial accounts where the money goes.
Yeah. Let me say this real quick. Keith, you are so stupid. You're not understanding and realizing that what I'm saying is directed towards the issues that are at hand. You really think I have an STD, you freaking imbecile? Stop being stupid. Stop being closed-minded. I'm using myself as an example to the screwing that we are receiving by these politicos. Your hate for me, Keith, because for some reason you think I'm you think I'm homophobic and you think I'm anti-gay just because I don't believe that individuals should be allowed to fly a flag in governmental buildings. That's your problem, baby. But if you can't comprehend and understand that what I'm trying to say is related to the issues that are at hand, you're a freaking moron. Let your homophobic little Erasmo hates gays little thing put to that crap to the side, and let's all focus on the issues that really matter at hand, you freaking imbecile. And I agree. Kati for me.
I'm going to say this much, guys. Right now, these elections shouldn't be about, Republican, color black, color yellow, color red. Guys, we need to unite because when we have a home or when we pay rent, it hurts our pockets. I deal with people saying, is there any rents for under $1,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath? No, there isn't. I'm going to tell you, just today, I spoke to about 7 people that needed to renew their contracts, right? And for lease. And they asked me, is there any $1,400 rents? I said, I'm going to send you what I have. I had 3 $1,800 rents. I had 2 $1,900 rents. And I had 2 $2,000 rents. Guys, if we do the math and we see how people get paid down here in the area, that is still not up to the cost of living. It's a shame for people to do these things that get elected and they do this to us over and over again. And we're allowing them. At the end of the day, we're allowing them, So I come before you and I try to give you as much as information that I have in hand or that we have in hand. And we try to share this in a way that so we can all understand what really needs to get done. I know how I'm going to vote. My family has asked me. They're going to vote the way I'm going to vote. And it's because I've explained to them. The state tries to help, the citizens of every city in the state of Texas. This is throughout the state of Texas. The propositions that the states have put out. Now, I would like to see, I have not done the research, but I'm going to go online and I'm going to see how many districts decided to rate the tax rate increase on citizens after the state has tried to help them out. Do that. Look at that. Look into that. Do you? I don't know if Los Fresnos is doing that. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. You know. So
Well,
what is our district doing?
I think Los Fresnos
Taking
right now
advantage.
is embattled in an election for
School
for,
boards
and that's
for board members.
very, very important. And I'll say this much: a lot of people say, "Well, that's Los Fresnos." A lot of the stuff that happens in Los Fresnos directly affects the people of Brownsville as well. Take into consideration that a big old chunk of people in the city of Brownsville actually vote in Los Fresnos elections. Anyone that
You have
lives,
several neighborhoods.
huh?
Several neighborhoods. You have
Yeah,
several neighborhoods. You have anything that's northeast,
of
northwest of Brownsville.
of
That's Los
Altaglor,
Fresnos ISD. Of
of
Altaglor.
Altaglor.
Exactly. Of Altaglor.
Everything
That's in
north,
Los Fresnos.
yeah, and like Kathy says, everything north west of Altaglor, they actually vote Los Fresnos, and I don't even know if a lot of people in northwest Brownsville, take that in consideration, but they should, and it shouldn't be a deterrent to go out and vote. You need to go out and vote, but one of the things that I think is, and this is where the conundrum happens, Kathy, is that how are people from Brownsville supposed to know who's running for Los Fresnos and why should it matter to them? Well, it matters to you because those individuals that, for some reason, fall in your area are ultimately going to, at one point or other, decide whether to raise your taxes or to keep them where they're at. Unfortunately, for the majority of the people of Brownsville, the majority of the people on the board, well, I'll take that back. Everyone on the board wants you to vote yes because they voted to put it on the agenda. And that's ridiculous. So I'm going to contact Trustee Carlos Elizondo, and hopefully, Kathy, he can be on with us on Thursday, and all three of us can discuss why do they want to increase our taxes? Because I don't have the confianza to contact any other board members. So I'm going to see if Trustee Carlos Elizondo could come on with you and me, Kathy, and explain to us why they think it's important to raise our taxes.
And where is that money? Is it going to go to the general fund? Because remember, the state has surplus money and they're supposed to be helping the education system. And if these people that are running the district understand their duties and their responsibilities and their obligations to the community, to the system, we shouldn't be having a problem. We shouldn't. And they continue to say, well, we're losing students. Okay, you lose students, you start figuring it out, and you need to know that if you understand finances, you can be creative, you can think out of the box, you can, look at, for how long did we have, the superintendent has been getting paid a hefty salary, since he came on board, since day one, okay? Then the assistant superintendents that he brought in, how many were they? Three? How many? Three or and the CFO or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So he brought 3 people with him, all hefty salaries, all of them hefty salaries. Not even our people were getting paid those type of salaries. So you think that I feel that it's okay and I should accept to allow them to raise the tax rate? No, I personally don't feel that it's that I should. After they do what they do with our taxpayers' dollars, they're not paying attention. It's money spent, not wisely and inappropriately in areas where they shouldn't. And I wish that the people would question all the accounts that they have in place. All of them, because that's where you're going to see where the money has gone.
But that's what I'm glad you mentioned that. Why isn't anyone asking for audits of every single department out there? And let me say, when Sylvia Atkinson did what she did to the district, I was out there at the superintendent's office saying, we need to audit. We need to audit federal funds. We need to audit everything that she had came into contact with. No, 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 no. Now we've got a superintendent that is gun ho and leaving, y dejando his little groups in place, and nobody's talking about an audit. Why can't we audit everything that the superintendent did in the past year? Because something that Maggie brought up, which I thought was kind of interesting, was they're putting their little ducks in place to whereas if he leaves anyway, he's still going to have his hooks on the district. That's smart. Doesn't benefit me as a taxpayer, Kathy. Doesn't benefit you. Doesn't benefit the community. So why is anyone talking about any audits to fiscal audits in regards to what he's voted on the past year and a half? Which word? Who's going to be the interim? Kathy, do you have any idea who might be the interim?
They are trying to bring an outsider. I heard that possibly the name was Mr. Pineda, also Johnny
Yeah,
Pineda.
Pineda. Yeah, he's
I
always
heard
been.
that it was Miss Rubio, and then I heard, is it Hernandez? What's the other lady's name?
B. Hernandez.
Yes. Yeah. 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 That's who I've heard, but I don't know how true
Well,
that is. But a rumor,
Gallegos,
when a rumor starts,
Gallegos is wanting it. Longoria is wanting it. Rubio is definitely wanting it. So that's three individuals. I've heard of Pineda, and I've heard of that B chick. I'm not sure who she is, but it's going to be an interesting little conundrum to get someone in the interim. I don't think Rose Longoria is going to get it because of her close ties to Minerva Peña. They're tied to the hip. So I don't think that she's going to get it because Minerva Peña is in the minority. Minority. So I'm sure that the majority does not want anyone that has that close of a ties to someone like Minerva Peña. I think Alma Rubio will play ball with the four. I think definitely está. What's your name?
which
Linda
one?
Gallegos. Gallegos.
Linda Gallegos.
Definitely,
Dr.
Linda
Gallegos.
Gallegos will play the game. She's been
Linda
playing.
Gallegos.
Yeah, she's been playing the game, all political game, all her life. So I'm definitely sure that she would, play ball with him. So I'm my best guess. It's going to be either Linda Gallegos or Alma Rubio. My best guess. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is that people don't go to the city meetings or board meetings or county meetings. They don't go and ask questions, get involved, and they want someone else to do it. We need everyone. Yes. It's the only way it's going to work. Who he still gets a raise if the taxing thing passes. If he is still here, yes. I'm going to guess that after 21 days, McAllen ISD will ultimately decide if they're going to offer him the same type of contract or whatever contract he's going to accept, and he's going to be out before December.
But when it comes to the superintendent contract, that contract, they allow him, hello, Mr. Ray, this is what happens is that he gets the contract and then he takes it to an attorney or whoever it is that's going to review his contract, and then it comes back to the board members, and the board members are supposed to strike out or say no, this is our terms, this is what it is, you want it, fine, if not, but they always bend, they always want to give the superintendent everything in a platter, and then I don't see them doing that with our educators or with our staff members. Why should And this, I'm going to say it, and I am not sorry to say it, but this superintendent, it's not a high caliber superintendent, not for our district, not for our community. That's how I feel about the man. My level of expectation is very high, and I'm going to tell you, I don't think he's good enough. And having to have gotten paid that much amount of money, I don't know. He either has stuff on all of them or has played ball with all of them. And that's why the situation that we're in.
Which truth?
Yep.
But Kathy, I know you're driving, and our 30 minutes is up tonight.
All right, all right. So
Guys,
tomorrow.
vote no. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, we'll be back and we'll continue to push vote no, vote no, vote no. Guys, you could throw swipes at Kati, you could throw swipes at Erasmo. It doesn't benefit our community. Stop reading in between the lines and start paying attention to what we're saying. If I'm talking about Vaseline and STDs and how we are getting screwed, it's not because that's happening to Erasmo. It might be. I'm saying because that's happening to our community. Think and look at the big picture, guys. I mean, we don't come out here only because we're handsome and beautiful, because we are. We come out here because we care about this damn community and we want to wake up individuals. But for Keith, come on, Keith, to be out there throwing little blows doesn't benefit anyone. You can throw blows at Erasmo all day long. It doesn't benefit anyone. Join the force and let's fight against the corruption that exists here and all these damn cheerleaders that te pican los ojos and they're cute, they're beautiful, and you want clean highways? Yes, I want clean highways. You want the zoo to be better? Yes, I want the zoo to be better. Screw that crap. Put boots to the ground. Let's get fix this crap.
I can only imagine if Miss Porter was to be alive, how she would feel about the zoo. You know, I don't know.
What
It's
is it that
sad.
she's rolling
In her
around?
own grave. Yes,
Her
in
own
the
grave.
grave.
Guys, have a
Yes.
great
So
evening. Social
see you
distancing.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.
Yes.
Drive safe, Kathy. I love you. Bye, guys.